Hello everybody, it's day 1 of NaNoWriMo, and I am starting my official vlog for the NaNoWriMo month. So since this is day 1, I thought I would show you around some of the basics, give you what I've learned in terms of some tips and tricks, and talk a bit about the project that I'm currently working on. So hopefully I can do this briefly. I actually made some notes this time so that I would not wander off topic too far. I don't have time to edit this stuff while I'm working on National Novel Writing Month, so you're not going to get any cool, handy graphics. You're not going to get any fancy cuts. You're going to have to listen to all my ums and uhs, so I'll try to keep them at a minimum, okay? Alright, so to start with, let's show you around the website. Now, this is my dashboard. As you can see, there's my project that I have listed. You can click on this if you're... Let's see. Okay, no, you can't from this perspective. You can do this from another perspective. But anyway, there's my word count so far. Today, so far, I have done 1,275 words. The daily quota is 1,667 words. But in part, I have cheated to do this. Here's why. When I set up my file for the current project, which is Weird West number 5, generally what I do is I use the template from the previous file, and then I just change the title and all the, sub information. But I have a bunch of this front matter because this is intended to be a published ebook at the beginning. So the nano counter, when you verify, does not give a shit what those words are. It does not care. So if you have other things, that's okay. And it won't be able to tell, right? So there's my table of contents, except that my table of contents is not currently up to date. That's mostly the previous headings from the previous one. But I have actually started writing, and here it is, right? So really, if you wanted to cheat completely, right, you could copy a textbook into the verifier at the end of the month, and it has no way of knowing, and it would verify that, and congratulations, you're a winner. Except that you would know, and you would be dishonorable. But what I've done here is considered a perfectly legitimate trick. However, I'm going to overshoot. I'm about 600 words ahead of what I actually am, so I'm going to shoot for 600 more words than I would otherwise shoot for today to make up for that. But the copy and paste thing is useful, especially if you're doing something like writing by hand. It can be very time consuming to type all of it in and then verify it, so you don't have to. Just count your word count, copy and paste something else into it, and verify. Some people use tricks to extend this. One person I know, a veteran nano, one of my local coordinators, she used a character with a stutter at one point, so every time the character went, it was a different word. Other people have used really long titles for their characters, and every time that title is repeated, that counts as more words. Some people use redundant adjectives. I was very good at that when I started writing Nano. I'm going to try not to do this, actually, for this round, because I intend these books for publication when I'm done. So I want to start making them as good a quality as I can. But if you're running out of time, don't worry about it, right? Don't overthink it. One of the things they tell you when you're starting to write Nano is don't let your inner editor interfere. Don't delete stuff. Don't say to yourself, oh, well, this is crap, and start over. Who cares? You can fix it later. It's impossible to fix a blank page. It is possible to fix a horrible first draft, and every first draft is horrible. So just do it. Okay, so back to our website. Let's see. All right. So these are the participation badges. Some of them they give you for doing stuff, right? I filled out my profile. I joined my local forum. I have writing buddies, and I have been participating in the forums. These are things you get by doing. So far, I have started my novel and entered the information for it, and I've updated my word count at least once. These are personal achievement badges. You award these to yourself. I've declared that I am a plancer. I've discussed what that is already in the first 2 videos. I'm a NaNoWriMo. I'm not doing a new novel from square one. I'm doing other projects. I have done Camp NaNoWriMo, which is sort of like NaNoWriMo, except that you do it in different months and you set your own word counts. I always make playlists for my novel. I'll show you that too. This is my current playlist. Epic, steampunk, western music, Weird West. This is what I've put together for my writing my Weird West series. And mostly it's, you know, dark country. I've got some Dark Tower music that people have done. Wild West music interpretations, Western epic music. This is a pretty good selection of the kind of things that I tend to have. A couple things from some video games like Red Dead Redemption and Outlaws and Fallout. So there's my playlist, right? So you can find this playlist on YouTube if you type that in, and by all means, go ahead and listen to it if this is something that you'd enjoy. I really don't mind. Alright, so what else have I done? I have bragged to the world that I'm writing my novel. I have made an effort to support other writers, and that's a big deal to me. I think that's very helpful. I like doing that. It helps me to finish. And Next Generation, I have managed to convince my spawn to do this with me this year. They are writing a sweet lesbian romance, and I'm very excited because I actually would read this book, so I really can't wait to see what they do with it. So awesome.
Greetings from the ground.
Greeting from the ground. Shall I? Do you want camera?
I look like shit.
Okay, you don't want camera. All right, fair enough. So Leo will not be on camera today. Maybe Leo will be on camera another day. All right. So then, all right, so that's the website. I just wanted to show you some of that. You can do other things here. Here's your profile info, right? You can fill that out. I guess it's not that important, but these are the years that I've done it. This blue one means I did not win that year. The purple ones all mean I do. The halos mean I donated money. But they count buying their merchandise as donating money because I guess a portion of the profits go to support the nonprofit that creates this. And I order a winter shirt. Well, I started doing that last year, and I'm going to keep doing that because that's a good way to put my money where my mouth is. I'm not about to wear a shirt I didn't earn, so it would be a total waste of money if I didn't finish, right? So, there's bio information. Okay, so what is important on the website to show you? Most of it's pretty self-explanatory. Writing buddies. There's something that you might want to look at. You can partner up with other people. They can follow you and you can follow them, and it's basically like Facebook followers or whatever, right? These are the people that I'm buddies with, and these are the people who buddied me. Right, and I have a few pages. I'm not going to show you them all because, because I've been doing this a while is why I have it. Now, regions, home region. This is the most important thing you will find on the forums. So I'm going to show that to you. This is my local forum, the BC Okanagan Forum. These are my local coordinators here. Right, and they're doing a great job. They're awesome people. They're lots of fun. I went to our kickoff event at the Kelowna Library. I had a great time. Right, eventually, you see it gives you our total words written between us, our average word count so far, and the money we have donated. But this is the important part. These are the forums. And this is where you will find stuff about places to meet up. Right? Other people who are doing this in your area, and that can be very encouraging to do it with them. Our events are here. There are lots of local write-ins. I'll be doing the Vernon Library ones for sure, and quite possibly the Lake Country ones too, because the Lake Country is only about a 20-minute drive. So I might not, though. We'll see about that. It depends when I have the time. Anyway, that's there's lots more to look at on the website. I'm not going to go into any more of it today because we have limited time. So, okay, so some advice for starting. So I won this book at our kickoff event the other day. This is the guy who invented this concept, and this is his book about how to do it. And I think it's great. I have never read it before. I started checking it out, and it has some very useful how-to advice in it if you really like something to clarify that for you, if you prefer to have instructions rather than just leap into things blindly. And I'm reading it again. Well, I've never read it, but I'm reading it now so that I have more tips and advice. One of the things that he says is that it's very beneficial to brag about what you're doing. Post it on social media, tell all your friends. First of all, that's good advice because it warns people that you're not going to be as available as you normally are during the course of the month. But secondly, if you're bragging about what you're going to accomplish, then you will be embarrassed if you don't actually do it. So it's really good incentive to actually get it done. The other thing that he says is time management. Now, I did this a while ago, just in general, for writing. You do a lot of crap in a day that you can do without. And especially for a month. He advises you to keep track of everything you actually do in 3 days or so, and then figure out how much time you can free up. How you do that is by classifying these different activities. Some are essential. You have to go to work or you will not pay the rent, right? You have to do a commute. You probably have to eat. You have to maintain some basic hygiene. One of the reasons why I decided to do this vlog for this month is I thought I would be better with the basic hygiene stuff. I have too much pride to appear on camera with an unwashed face and unbrushed teeth, so I have to clean up. So, okay. But the clothing, I don't have to get dressed in anything to go out. I am in my pajamas at the moment. Deal with it. So, but other things are highly desirable, right? Like it's you probably actually need to ferry your family around to different things. You actually have to spend some time with them or they're going to hate you.
Ugh.
Stuff like that, right? And then there's stuff that you can really do without. And among that is things like TV watching, surfing the internet for hours at a time, screwing around on Facebook. I am a terrible procrastinator with that stuff. So that you should pretty much avoid unless you are actually done your quota for the day. And then you can reward yourself by doing those things. Now, Stephen King, on a regular basis, writes 2,000 words a day. He doesn't go anywhere until he's done those 2,000 words. And he insists that you should have a room with a door that you can close. Most of us don't have that, but there are other ways that we can find to do writing. Here's some of my suggestions. One is that if you have a cheap little laptop that you are not afraid of destroying, you can write in the bathtub. Seriously, you really can do this. I have this bath board. It's for my husband. It's, to get in and out of the tub more easily. But I use it as a table. It works just fine. And people leave you alone when you're in the bathtub. They will not come in and bug you.
Brings a whole new meaning to the you think better in the shower.
There you go. Exactly. Right. Another thing that I do is I have the Word app on my phone, and I will write in the checkout at the supermarket. I will write sitting in the doctor's office waiting for an appointment. And it's amazing what you can get done on that. My first nano project, I literally did a third of it on my BlackBerry. Headphones are your friend. Put on your headphones, listen to your novelty music. People will see you're studiously ignoring them, and they will leave you alone. Now, another thing you can do is snack food. I have all kinds of very bad for me food. There's some of it. Oh, you can't see my chips down there. I have chips. Of course, you don't want to eat too much of that stuff because it is bad for you, but when you're in a hurry and you don't really want to take the time to cook yourself a big elaborate meal, it is an option. Caffeine is also a good friend. Would not survive without it. Have I missed anything? I think the last thing I want to cover today is that it's very helpful to team up with people. If you know other people who are your friends or your family who are doing this, then you can encourage and embarrass and shame each other. So it's very useful to have that. You can drive each other on with competitions. You can do some amazing stuff that way. Right. Nano has all kinds of tools that you can use as well. I'm not going to get into them today. I will save that for another video because I'm sure I've already been at this for about 15 minutes or more, and I have to get back to work. So I will talk to you tomorrow. I will let you know what my word count is daily, and thanks for joining me. Bye.